Hey there, welcome to GemIIToys. Here we are once again with another comparison video. But first I'd like to thank you all as I've just reached 1,500 subscribers, and as promised a little while back I will do a giveaway, so stay tuned for that live stream coming very soon. So we're going to compare these two ladies, I want to say, the comic concept version and Justice League Wonder Woman. I thought it'd be a very interesting comparison. I just did get the Justice League version. I've had this comic concept version for quite some time, since Tokyo Comic Con, when Comic Con was still a thing, public, hopefully soon again. So as usual, we're going to be comparing, as I showed you there, the accessories base, the figures, of course, the boxes, head sculpts. And we do have here a little digital guess. This is my old Wonder Woman, not so old, I've been collecting since 2015, feels like such a long time ago, but that's my BVS Wonder Woman, and I no longer have her, and I'll share why, but we'll throw a little bit with the pictures I have in the comparison. It's like I mentioned, here we have the recently purchased Justice League version, as I'm going to build my Justice League now with Zack Snyder's Justice League coming out and Cyborg coming soon. Of course I have to, so I thought I need Wonder Woman in this outfit. But first, remember to subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss out on any future content like this. So starting with the boxes, we're going to take a look. I know this one says Justice League. It's because it's really the same figure, just a repaint, and of course the box here is a little bit different, but it's the comic concept version, kind of very old style Wonder Woman. And here we have the Justice League box. I didn't get the one that comes with the mother box, as I feel I'll want to get all the mother boxes, and it's okay, I can go without them. Here's the back of the boxes. It says you can't save the world alone. Very similar situation here actually, except for here on the insert cover, I want to say, it does have that detail there. Not so much of a big deal. And here, very similar situation on the other side. So far quite similar actually. Once again, on the bottoms we do have a very similar situation, and on the tops as well. But you're gonna see some differences. That's why I wanted to show and get a little into detail about the differences between these two boxes. And here's where the differences really start. So for the comic concept version, not only have that kind of bright orange as I was showing you, which is really, really nice, but I do like how this looks when you take off the cover, the insert cover. I don't know why I'm struggling saying whatever that is called, probably because I don't like them so much. But yeah, the way they're presented, I do like the one of the comic concept version. And then when you take off the slip-on cover, the backs, this is what they would look like. And the side, as you can see, there's it's a little more fun, the comic concept version. And a little detail here is these flaps also have a Wonder Woman logo, as well as on the other side, love, strength, grace. It's a little nice detail on the flaps. So there's definitely much more going on with the comic concept version. I do like that Wonder Woman logo, shiny, even though the Justice League does have some detail like that. I'm gonna give this one to the comic concept version, so 1 point goes to the comic concept version. Taking a look inside the boxes, this is how the figures are presented. I really like both, how they look, nice presentation. And we're going to move on here to the accessories. We have each contender in their respective corner, and taking a look at the hands, you do have the same amount of hands, and basically they're the same hands, same sculpt, same paint application. The lasso of truth is a little bit different. You're gonna see These effects for the bullets, they have a magnet and you can attach those to the bracelets. The sword is pretty much the same, slightly different paint application. Same goes for the shield. Is actually a quite different paint application, but the sculpt is the same. And then the comic concept version does come with this cape, which I actually never used in fear of staining the body. So I don't know if it will stain the body or not. I can't tell you because I never used it. And then for the Justice League version, we do get more actually. As I mentioned, same hands, same sculpt, same paint application. And then those bullet effects repelling like off the bracelets, same thing. Magnets, you know, I noticed a little slight difference in color, the brightness, but nothing to really mention. And then the sword, it's once again the same, very slight different paint application on the handle. And here we do have these extra bracelets for doing her one explosion. I'm not sure what the name of that is. And the lasso of truth looks a little more weathered, not as shiny, not as bright gold. And the shield, a little more dull as well, not as bright, but that's the whole comic concept version. It's used to make it more fun and all that. You do get that accessory that attaches to her arm there, as well as these two lassos of truth, the strap with those two pieces to put the I want to say the sword and shield attached to her back. So you do get more. There's definitely more accessories going on with the Justice League version. And here I'm comparing the lassos of truth. As you can see, the comic concept version, just like the rest of the figure, is much more bright. I'm not sure, since I did get my Justice League version recently, it's an older figure, pre-owned, maybe it's lost some color, I'm not sure. Probably not, because it was pretty much like new when I got her out of the box. And here comparing the swords, as I mentioned, the hilt, the hilt, slight different paint application, those bullet effects are the same, and the shields, same sculpt, but once again, do have a different paint application, just like the suits on the figures, which we will go into a little bit later. Here I just wanted to do this, it's just fun, you know, messing around. I know, childish, but they just kind of stick onto each other. Very powerful magnets, and I will demonstrate how they attach onto the bracelets. Never really used those either, but nonetheless, concluding the accessory section, I'm gonna give this one to the Justice League version. So 1 point goes to the Justice League version, comes with quite a bit more. So yeah. Going on to the bases here. Here we have the comic concept version base. Very colorful, just like just like the rest of the figure, just goes well with the figure. And the Justice League version, which I really like these bases. One difference to mention, I'm not showing it here, but the comic concept version, the what you want to call it, the crotch grabber does have a feature so it won't damage the skirt as much. However, I really like the Justice League regular ramp, you know, I love that base, so I'm gonna give it to that, even though it's not as colorful. And now we're gonna take a look at the figures, comparing them real nice and close. I've had the comic concept version for some time, as mentioned, and really have enjoyed the figure, but always felt like I needed to get the colors of BVS and Justice League. I needed to get these colors back. I was missing them because I did move on the BVS version. So, but as you can see, you know, it's the same figure, different paint application, more colorful. The comic concept is more more comic, as the name says, and then of course more classic Wonder Woman. So very nice, both are. It's gonna depend on, you know, if you're trying to choose one of these two figures, it depends on what do you want. Do you want a more comic accurate looking Wonder Woman that reminds you more of the good old days, versus modern Zack Snyder Wonder Woman? So here you can see the suits, again the different paint applications to the armor and skirt, as well as the hair. The comic concept version's hair is black, and Gal Gadot has darker brown hair, so that is well represented here. The gauntlets, you can see the difference in paint application, the knee pads, the boots. The Justice League's got a little on the upper part of the knee pad, it's got an extra piece. I'm sure you could see that and notice that, just to point it out. And then we're gonna compare a little bit here, cape versus strap. And then this piece, as I mentioned before briefly, goes to her upper right arm. And there's some ups and downs, I wanna say, pros and cons is what I wanna say, is it looks nice when you put it on her arm, but it will, I'm not sure if your camera's picking it up, but it will scrape the body and cause some damage, unfortunately. It's pretty much unavoidable. So that's that. And here we have comic concept version with her cape, and Justice League Wonder Woman strapped on with her strap on. No, that doesn't sound right, but yeah, you get the idea. And then I'm gonna put these pieces to demonstrate that repelling bullet effect off the bracelets, or I'm not sure, some people call them gauntlets. I know they're actually bracelets. I was just checking, making sure before I did the video. So yeah, they look nice, but again, never used them. And then the lasso of truth does attach to the strap of Wonder Woman. It's not magnetized, it's just, you know, it's got like a couple buttons, I want to call them. You just insert those, and then this one is magnetized. So she doesn't have the strap, but she's got the little strap. I need to stop talking about straps. But yeah, so I like them both, each in their own way. Definitely like them both, but you know, I just want to really emphasize the differences. So yeah, BVS, the strap goes on the opposite side, but this could also work as a BVS. I mean, it's so similar. The suit is pretty much the same, body is the same. And speaking of, here's my old Trinity that I missed, just kind of going, taking a trip down memory lane, remembering how excited I was to get my first Wonder Woman figure. Not the greatest head sculpt, and I do realize this is not the greatest picture as well, the shades, but you know, from what I remember, these are quite better head sculpts. Both of these are the same. I will get into it in a little further, but yeah, I mean, when it comes to figures, going back to that, I'm gonna call this a draw. Each's got their pros and cons. I love them both, so it's gonna depend on what look you prefer, what source material. So here I'm just doing my mess around, my typical mess around. It's a real mess this time, and taking a look at the head sculpts side by side, we do see a difference in paint application on the tiara. And here I'm throwing back. Here you can see, yeah, I mean, they definitely improved the head sculpt. The old, I mean, you know, if you like the BVS version, that's great. I enjoyed mine when I had that version. It's definitely not a bad figure, and definitely it was the first attempt by Hot Toys, but the head sculpt is that much better on these two. Either though they're far from perfect, My favorite head sculpt so far from what I can see is the Golden Armor version Wonder Woman head sculpt. Really looks like Gal Gadot, but the movie I didn't enjoy so much, so probably not gonna end up getting that figure. So yeah, no, as I was showing you there, you know, the bodies are the same, very similar figures. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it, always enjoy doing my comparisons, and you can't go wrong with either of these figures depending on your reasons. I'm pretty much calling it a draw. I'm preferring, of course, the Justice League version, as I'm just stoked. I know I can't emphasize it enough. I really enjoyed the Snyder cut, and I'm gonna complete the Justice League, so I needed this figure. And Cyborg, hopefully that's coming soon. So with that said, subscribe, like, and comment. Enjoy the path of collecting, and I'll catch you guys next time.